Radical self-care is a revolutionary act for Black women. It is a powerful form of self-preservation. This is not just about pampering yourself, it's about actively resisting systems that oppress you. Radical self-care is about understanding your worth. It's about demanding respect and justice for yourself. Black women face unique challenges. We live in a world that often devalues us. We are expected to be strong and resilient. We are asked to shrink ourselves to make others comfortable. Radical self-care says no to these expectations. It is a commitment to prioritize your well-being. This is an act of defiance against injustice. The term radical self-care has its roots in the medical field. However, it took on a deeper meaning during the civil rights movement. Black women like Audre Lorde brought it to the forefront. They understood that caring for themselves was essential. Their survival depended on it. The Black Panther Party also embraced radical self-care. They saw it as a means of community empowerment. They created programs for health and wellness. They knew that a healthy community was a strong community. Radical self-care requires acknowledging the impact of our environment. Systemic racism and sexism create stress. They impact our physical and mental health. We must understand these pressures. This helps us to better care for ourselves. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we are not enough. We are told to strive for unattainable standards of beauty. We are expected to work twice as hard for half the recognition. Radical self-care allows us to challenge these messages. It gives us the strength to define ourselves. Dimensions of radical self-care: nurturing the whole being. Radical self-care is holistic. It's about taking a comprehensive approach to our well-being. It addresses all aspects of our being: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Each dimension is interconnected and equally important. It requires us to listen to our bodies. By tuning into our physical sensations, we can better understand our needs. We must honor our emotions. Acknowledging our feelings is a crucial step in emotional self-care. Physical self-care includes nourishing our bodies with healthy food. Eating a balanced diet helps us maintain energy and vitality. It also means getting enough rest and exercise. Quality sleep and regular physical activity are essential for our overall health. Mental self-care involves challenging negative thoughts. It's about cultivating a positive mindset and practicing self-compassion. It means engaging in activities that stimulate our minds. Creative pursuits and intellectual challenges keep our brains active and healthy. Emotional self-care is about allowing ourselves to feel. It's important to give ourselves permission to experience a full range of emotions. We must create space to process our emotions. Taking time to reflect and understand our feelings helps us manage them better. We need healthy ways to express them. Whether through movement, conversation, or creative outlets, expressing our emotions is vital. Spiritual self-care is about connecting with something greater than ourselves. It's about finding meaning and purpose in our lives. This could be through prayer, meditation, or nature. Engaging in spiritual practices helps us feel grounded and connected. Putting radical self-care into practice beyond bubble baths and face masks. Radical self-care is not just about the occasional indulgence or consumerism. It's about making conscious choices that support our well-being on a deeper level. It's about setting boundaries that protect our mental and emotional health. Radical self-care is not about indulgence or consumerism. It is about making conscious choices that support our well-being. It's about setting boundaries. It is about making conscious choices that support our well-being. It's about setting boundaries. It's about saying no to things that drain us and yes to things that nourish us. It's about saying no to things that drain us. It's about recognizing our limits and honoring them. It's about creating a life that brings us joy. This means engaging in activities that make us feel alive and fulfilled. This might mean spending time in nature. Nature has a way of grounding us and bringing us back to our center. It could mean listening to music that uplifts us. Music has the power to shift our mood and elevate our spirits. It might mean surrounding ourselves with positive people. The company we keep can greatly influence our mental and emotional well-being. Radical self-care is about listening to our bodies. It's about tuning into what we need at any given moment. It means resting when we are tired. Rest is not a luxury. It's a necessity for our overall health. It means saying no to obligations that don't serve us. It's about prioritizing our needs and not feeling guilty for it. It means prioritizing our peace. In a world that constantly demands our attention, choosing peace is a radical act of self-love. The power and necessity of radical self-care. Radical self-care is not selfish, it is essential. In a world that often demands more than we can give, taking time for ourselves is a revolutionary act. It is about reclaiming our time, our energy, and our peace. When we care for ourselves, we are better equipped to care for others. Our ability to nurture and support those around us is enhanced when we are whole and healthy. Self-care allows us to show up fully in our roles as parents, friends, and community members. We become stronger advocates for ourselves and our communities. By prioritizing our well-being, we set an example for others to follow. We demonstrate that our health and happiness are non-negotiable. Angela Davis said, "Anyone who's interested in making change in the world also has to learn how to take care of herself, himself, theirselves." This wisdom underscores the importance of self-care in the pursuit of justice and equality. This quote highlights the connection between self-care and social justice. When we are well-rested and mentally strong, we can better engage in the fight for our rights and the rights of others. We cannot fight for liberation if we are depleted. Our energy and resilience are finite resources that need to be replenished regularly. Rest and relaxation are not luxuries, they are necessities. Audre Lorde reminds us, "Caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare." Her words resonate deeply, especially in times of struggle and resistance. Her words emphasize the revolutionary act of prioritizing our well-being in a world that seeks to exploit us. By taking care of ourselves, we resist the forces that aim to deplete us and assert our right to thrive. A call to action. Embracing the journey of self-preservation. I encourage you to embark on a journey of radical self-care. Start by reflecting on your current practices. What brings you joy? What depletes your energy? How can you prioritize your well-being? Remember, self-care is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant reflection and adjustment. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate your progress. Know that you are worthy of love, care, and respect. Start today.